Welcome one and all to this round of 16 match between the 4th-seeded ArsonHorse and the 13th-seeded ichbinmiah. ArsonHorse qualified for the tournament with a record of 4-1, and ichbinmiah placed in the play-in race and has a record of 3-2 as a result. I'm joined here today by my broadcast partner, Mr. Versetti. How you doing tonight?
Good. How you doing, Mr. Bloodworth? I'm ready to see a good match tonight.
Likewise, for sure. Don't let the seeds be any indication of skill level here. They're both very, very competent, skilled, and successful runners in their own right. And no matter what, we're going to see some proficient use of strats that that just about anybody can emulate and find success with themselves. So we're seeing a forced thief tonight. And I'm one of the very few people in this community who is a fan of the thief, but most people, not so much. It's usually somebody that they're going to look to kill off for the extra XP.
Yeah, force thief, that's not too bad.
Again, depending on who you ask. And we're counting down. We're going to see the racers begin here momentarily.
Sure are. Going to be good.
We're just waiting for this to kick off here. Here we go. And our first magic spells. We have a Quad X and Ice 3 on black magic. And in the white magic spell shop, we've got a Heal 2 that is accessible to the red mages. Like tents are very, very cheap. Heal potions are 44 gold, not too shabby.
No, I'm glad they've got some area of effect to start with. That'll make at least some of the early levels that they need to get. That'll make that pretty easy.
Most definitely. Ice 3 is a fantastic spell to get to level 1. That's the most powerful elemental spell you can get.
Sure is. Cheap house is 2 at 1300. That's not bad.
It's I think it's a little over vanilla, but not terribly. The tents being so cheap will make up for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
ArsonHorse hitting level 3. And checking out the armor shop, which has wooden armor, not bothering to buy that for the thief. And some daggers and an iron hammer. No weapons purchased. So really, it's going to be pretty magic dependent in the early going here, especially with the thief party, as the thief's not going to have a lot of hit power to start the game out.
You got to get him up there a little bit before he starts really swinging away, you know.
And even at that point, the best weapon they can use typically is going to be like a ruse sword, coral sword, dragon sword, somewhere in that range. Nothing fantastic. Can't grab the sun sword, ice sword, flame sword. You gotta wait till you get promoted to a ninja before there's any real use in combat. But for running sake, for initiative's sake, putting him in the front of the party is fantastic early game.
Absolutely.
Let's see what else we've got hiding in here. Nice big chunk of cash. Let's see how they handle Garland.
Yeah, it looks like the enemy spells are shuffled and the status attacks and skills as well. I'm kind of curious to see what some of the early game enemies have as far as spells and stuff.
Mm-hmm. We're going to see something like an early Blaze or Nuke, or hold that off for us until the middle to end game.
Was that a Dazzle from the zombie?
I looked away for just a second, so it's entirely possible.
Wow.
Now let's see what Garland's got. Hold, but only hits the white mage, no big deal. 139 takes down Garland. No problem. King's got the slab. And Princess has a canoe.
There we go. Starting with that canoe is going to give him a few options now.
Yep, early canoe is an interesting thing to get because it's opening up a lot of the world that maybe you don't necessarily want opened up because it's kind of nudging you toward Ice Cave, possibly nudging you toward Volcano. Volcano, on the other hand, is a pretty good place to start out because you have a lot of chest density there.
True. Very true.
Allie calling for the marsh nice and early here. Maybe not. Go ahead.
I'm kind of wondering what path our runners are going to take here to see, you know, are they going to drop by the dwarf cave on the way down, or?
Quite possible. I see no reason not to. It's 2 free chests.
And you never know what could be in there.
Mm-hmm. If you're already going to be in the neighborhood, you might as well. We're about to find out. Looks like a good early run here. Had a hero run all the way from Canaria to the dwarf cave. I don't know if that what encounter that is on the table, but not bad. And like roughly a 10k pickup on gold there. Nothing to sneeze at.
Gotta love those hero runs, though. I mean, it depends on where in the monster manip you are, but.
Yeah. So if Arson's power cycle here is any indication, it's after the first 2 encounters that you have that long run. So that's a great place to have a low or a long encounter. Sorry, I misspoke. To have a long run without an encounter.
Absolutely, especially then, and have it towards the front of that is really handy as well. Just cycle through the first 2 and.
Yeah, that's what one would call a veteran move from a relatively new player.
Yep.
So he's gonna do this and burn off these early encounters and just start running. I love the strat.
Yeah, me too. That's what I'd be doing right now.
Mm-hmm. Burning those off before he even goes into town.
Oh, perfect.
We'll see what kind of magic do we have? Brack. Definitely get that. Gets it on 1. And we have Exit at level 3. Can't learn it.
Oh no. I hope they're writing that one down.
I would hope so.
I sure did, so.
I'm actually doing something I don't normally do, and I'm taking some notes on key spell placements and item pickups, just so we don't get lost here. Fast level 4. Yep, we can get that.
Absolutely.
Fantastic pickup. Maya making his way. I think he caught wise to the encounter table as well. It's almost impossible to not notice a run that long.
Yeah, no kidding. Boy, Will, I tell you, I wish I would have known all this playing the game when I was a kid. It would have made it so much easier for me.
Well, with the encounter table being shuffled, you're not seeing any runs anywhere near that length.
No, not even close.
Nope. Only on the ocean are you going to see a run that far.
You know, I do like to see Exit that cheap, though, for 212 gold. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, at a level 4 or lower is very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to see that showing up at level 7 or 8, especially when you've got red mages, red wizards.
Yep.
Where there's a low percentage chance you can even buy it. And a little bit of upgrading on the armor. The deceptively fantastic iron armor on that fighter. Chain armor on the red mage. Gonna give them some more durability as they go east of here. Presumably Crescent Lake.
Go ahead, Will, I'm sorry.
No, I said they're presumably going to Crescent Lake, and ArsonHorse is verifying.
You know, as far as beginning of the game, anything that'll make you less squishy is a good idea, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Especially the bottom 3 party members. You can afford to lose the thief. You can't afford to lose the other 3 party members.
Especially not that fighter. He's going to be the hitman, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. And with the early AoE spells that the red mages have access to, it's pretty much making them the early MVPs. The sages have the crown for ArsonHorse.
Wow.
Might want to go turn that in.
Yeah, I would say I would see what you get from the wonderful king over in the Northwest Castle.
I'm thinking that if I'm an ArsonHorse, I'm probably going to make a quick trip to the second floor of Volcano and just grab those chests, even though I'm holding the crown. You're already in the neighborhood, and it's a whole hell of a lot of chests to get.
Well, and statistically speaking, with having that many chests there's hopefully going to be something good that it's a gamble right now for Arson, and let's see. I'm kind of curious to see if it's going to pay off for him.
He's going to bring back that thief.
Looks like Maya's over at Crescent as well.
Unrunnable giants.
Ooh.
Not a frequent encounter, so won't present too much of a problem late game. Peds are in the second encounter. Not even bothering to take that fight. There we go. Arson might be doing a little bit of grinding here. And it looks like the magic defense on these Peds is pretty high.
Yeah, it does look like it's a little higher than I think Arson would like right now.
Mm-hmm. But the three most important characters are getting some levels here. 2 apiece, it looks like.
Ice 3 just seems really low, hitting for 85. I mean, that's why I agree with the Magic Evade being up there.
Yep. So perhaps not the best enemy to grind on, but they are still worth a lot of early game XP.
Anything they can get now is a good thing.
Maya is making his way, presumably to Provoca? Unless he's going early. No, he's going to Provoca.
Yeah. Kind of curious to see what the pirates are going to have today.
Yeah, if they have some nasty AoE, then it could take a few turns, a few resets before an Ice 3 lands. But nothing his party can't take care of. Oh, not even saving, just go right in. And that AoE is the reason that I would save as soon as I get to Provoca.
Yeah.
ArsonHorse right behind.
I don't recall if Save Pirates is on or off.
Definitely take a look there. I don't recall if Maya picked up the crown or not. I don't remember him picking it up.
No, but those pirates are done, so let's see what old Bicky gives us here. Ah, Crystal.
So we've got everything except the herb for the vanilla key quest. We've got a crown, we've got a crystal.
Yep.
So you have, as it was coming out of my mouth when I read Ali saying it in chat, you have to go to Matoya now. You absolutely have to. You're there.
Absolutely.
Got what you
need.
need.
You're pretty close. You're not that far away from it.
It's 3 chests and a guaranteed incentive item.
Oh, absolutely.
It'd be silly not to go there. You're never going to be closer. And we're going to find silver shield, some gold, a soft potion, and the floater.
Oh, excellent. Matoya had the floater. I guess I'm gonna guess Maya's next move. I think we all know what he's gonna.
He'd be silly not to go get it right now. It's the absolute first thing you should get. Fade and Cure 4 at level 2. And Maya did not shop that I can recall. Maya's not making a lot of use of the towns he's going to. He's just doing what he has to, or saving and moving along. So let's see if he does some shopping here.
Maya should probably check. He'd be able to pick up that fade.
Yep. Fade and Cure 4 are game changer spells.
Absolutely.
Saber might not be a bad pickup for your ninja once you class change, if you do. And possibly for the red mage, but odds are you're not going to end up whipping that out. Oh, you heard Game Changer, and it wasn't in reference to the Vorpal sword. Arson's going to cash in for his floater. And if it looks like Arson's behind, it's because he did a little bit of leveling beyond what Maya did. So they're either pretty close or Arson's actually ahead. But
I don't know what Maya's levels are, but last I checked, Arson had 8 on everybody but the thief.
I think Maya's probably in the range of 6, maybe 7. So the only, as far as nuke is concerned, that's going to have to show up in level 5. Otherwise, we're not going to have use of it. However, with level 1 Ice 3, level 2 Fade, we are in pretty good shape offensively. We just need to get us a life spell.
Absolutely.
Maya going to get that airship.
Well, that's going to open up everything else pretty much for him. As far as places he can go.
Yeah, and Allie pointing out at the top spot on level 6, you get one charge at level 20. And really, I'm speaking of having it as a spell you can actually lean on for multiple charges, because you don't want to be over leveling in these seeds.
Yeah, not unless you have to.
Nope. Maya takes to the sky first, about 15 and a half minutes in. Arson's right behind him. Pretty much within a matter of seconds. And let's see what this is Sarda has in store for us. We've got the ship, and not a moment too late.
Excellent. That's a good pickup right there.
It's a useless pickup at this point, because he's got the airship.
Yep.
But it takes an incentive item off the table. Now Arson's going to go find out the exact same thing, I presume. And we have a loot from Astos.
Well, that's going to be a relief to have that one found and out of the way.
Mm-hmm. It's an easy one to forget about.
Oh, it is, absolutely.
I was mistaken. Now, Maya was at 5 and is now at 6. Arson's probably going to be coming up on, level 9 on his 3 main characters. And Maya going back to Canaria to buy some supplies. Those cheap tents, maybe? No,
You've got to have the ability to save, especially with having that encounter table the way it is right now. You've got to be able to save it.
Mm-hmm. We bought a house, though. So we have the majority of the incentive items pretty well scouted out here. I didn't catch where the cube was, however.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
I know that ArsonHorse got it.
Did Arson dip the volcano?
No. Arson has not gone to the volcano yet. Cube was on sale in Provoca. Pro rings for 30k in Melon. Life 2 is a level 5 spell. Can't learn Heal 3. This is gonna stank.
What did Dr. Un have? Anything?
Dr. Un's always going to teach you Lafinish.
Oh, that's right.
Always.
No.
See if we find anything fun and friendly here in the Zardia Islands. Masa counts as friend and friendly. That's a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we have level 5, life 2, and heal 3. Both of them locked by the tail.
I'm wondering where we're going to find the tail.
No clue.
Could be anywhere.
Could be vanilla in the Castle of Ordeals, which we will find out momentarily on Maya's side.
Yep.
Arson clearing out the rest of this island chain. And some money there.
So I think the worst spell we've seen so far out of the enemies is Dazzle.
So far,
That
answer a question in chat. St. Roka asks how many 1 gold chests are there in the run. I'm pretty sure there's at least 2. More gold. An iron gauntlet. Another soft potion. It's nice not to have to buy those softs.
Yeah.
Gold, gold, gold. And here's his Masa. Maya having some fun with the pillars. And back to the beginning, sir. Good call. Yep, there he goes to burn the encounters. Yeah, the music reset makes this Rygar levels of annoying music. As much like Rygar, there are some amazing songs in this game, but sometimes you get some annoyances.
Only hearing the first 1 to 2 notes, maybe 3 notes.
Yep.
Over and over and over.
Arson's Fade spell taking care of some hyenas. And will he test out the fire here? No, he will not.
I wonder what's in the armory. I wonder if we got anything good in there.
I think what Arson's probably doing is knocking out these hard-to-reach chests before going there. That way, if there is nothing, he probably could just reset.
Yeah. A lot of gold.
Mm-hmm. Pure potion for Maya. Oh, stun touch gargoyles. As usual, gigantic pain in the butt.
Yep.
I didn't see anything specific there on Maya's side. In those first 3 chests. Silver shield behind the fires. White shirt pickup. And the bridge also useless.
Yep. Now that white shirt will come in handy a little bit.
Very much so. I don't think we've seen the Fog 2 or Invis 2 spells yet. If we have, I don't think they picked them up.
I don't think so.
So nothing fantastic happening here in Ordeals. But he's checked a box. He's got a little bit more information than he did before. Invis 2 was level 5 according to Allie. Thank you. I'm going to presume that was buyable, unlike the Life 2 and Heal 3 spells. Yeah. So Arson picked it up.
Well, that Life 2 is a best cure spell in the game.
That it is. And even Heal 3 would be a nice pickup. It stinks that they're on the same level and that they're not going to have them until they class change, but having access to both of them is pretty nice. I can't see getting a lot of use out of Heal 3 if you have Life 2 on level 5. You're not going to have the spell charges to just flippantly use Heal 3 without keeping in mind the need for those Life 2s in a pinch.
I don't know, I'd like to save at least a couple Life 2s just in case.
Absolutely.
Just in case you get those stun touch gargoyles or whatever, you know.
Right. Because you're not going to get your knight with any revival. So on the plus side, for both Maya and ArsonHorse, they'll have access to it upon class change.
Yep.
The sorcerers with zap.
Oh.
Ouch.
That's awful.
Without the ability to revive, he's down to those squishy mages. We're gonna exit out. He's just gonna reset. He's gonna save the money he spent on the house. So Arson's gonna bring that thief back, which I agree with.
I'm glad he made it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a hairy situation when you gotta leave and you only got one party member.
Absolutely. It's nice to have the airship in this circumstance, because that way you don't have to take the river all the way back.
Yeah, yeah.
And then ride it again to go back to the armory. So
Yeah, nobody wants to do that.
No. Nobody got time for that.
What was that lit 2 that they had?
I did not catch.
The zombies or geists or whoever had something.
The tail cannot be in TOFR. That I'm aware of. Taking no chances, Maya. Fading. Perilous, go bye-bye. $666 gold. The fabled wear sword. The great axe of swords. Maya giving it a third try. Kind of sucks not to have warp in the ice cave, but at least you have exit. So once you've gotten a full clear, once you've killed the eye and grabbed the incentive chest, we have a chime.
There it is.
A Bane sword. Wow.
That's a good move on Arson's side to pick up that chime right now.
No doubt. The armory has 2 big pickups. Love that Bane sword. It's gonna give the thief something to do when he's not running away. One reason I love picking up that Bane sword.
Well, now that it actually works the way it was intended to, it's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. So Maya on his, I believe, 3rd attempt now to get to the bottom of the ice cave. Grab that incentive. You see any nastiness from the mages? Nothing particularly.
Mm-hmm. No, but those sorcerers on Maya's side, they're looking for an extra bit of screen time today for sure. So are the mages. They're just like, hey, we're gonna bother you all the way down.
Mm-hmm. And Arson is diving deeper, so he's looking to get the job done on the first try. Doesn't want to come back later.
Strategy.
Can't say it's a bad one. He's got the firepower to have an offensive stand against carry.
He's already there. Why not?
Exactly right. So we have adamant in a non-incentive chest in Ice Cave.
That's going to be nice for class change.
That it will. And our first chests we're going to find a fun little red giant. See, this is why you want to have a thief alive. Get some healing done. Sun Sword pickup.
There we go.
That's a damn good weapon for that fighter. That's practically an endgame weapon.
Sure is.
Nothing short of Excal, Masa, And I believe, depending on how you're looking at it, Defense Sword and Vorpal. Power Gauntlet. Ice Cave is a very, very nice place to go pick up some stuff.
Yeah, it is.
And I think we saw Mage
this
Staff
is a good play.
in Volcano. They're both good plays. With the Ice Cave, you know you're getting an incentive item. Oh, and a wipe on Maya's side. Oh, not good. He's going to give it a 4th attempt.
Frost Wolves with cremate. Go home, Frost Wolves.
So every single attempt Maya makes in this Ice Cave and wipes is giving ArsonHorse a de facto lead over him that keeps growing and growing. So Maya's got to be mindful of that. At this point, would you personally leave and go somewhere else or grind, or what would you do here if you were in Maya's shoes? Or would you keep trying?
I'd be willing to give it the college try 3 or 4 times, but I think after that, he's almost getting like diminishing return. I'd probably pack up and go to Volcano after maybe 4 tries maximum. I really liked his motivation to get down there, but between the sea sorcerers again, and them wanting more screen time and those Frost Wolves, it may be tough right now for him.
Yeah. And like Captain Bardo said in chat, with 1 chest left to check, that does hurt. Going that far. ArsonHorse about to check the Red Dragon chest. Oh. Now, do those giants have the attack poison? Agamas. They're a 2-hit enemy. And the Red D, he's going to take it on.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got Masa, he might as well.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
There we are, levels 13 and 14, and just a little bit of gold.
Awful lot of gold. Awful lot of gold today.
Yep, that's great.
Absolutely.
Early games when you want to get all those chests. Late game, it's nothing but a waste of your time.
One less thing to worry about in the meantime, so...
Arson prepping up for this fight.
I get to see our first look here.
There's the attack poison.
Ah.
ATST hangs on for dear life.
Oh.
One more of those. Ouch. Fade should take care of him, though. No, 2 low rolls.
Oh, man.
And this is not going very well at all. Oh, what a terrible, terrible turn of events for ArsonHorse. Bad turn order. Bad rolls on damage. Bad rolls on fade spells. Even with high magic defense, that's just an awful, awful pull.
She's packing a punch today. 6 hits? Wow.
Hits very, very hard. That's the thing about Carrie. Both version 1 and version 2, Carrie can come with some high attack power or some high hits, and you never see it coming. Carrie's halfway between Kraken and Lich in terms of their efficacy of messing up your party's day.
Yeah, I was going to say it looked like Kraken there for a minute, and I thought, wait a minute, that's Carrie.
That's Carrie. Maya recollecting that Bonk glove. And gonna take those. Wow. Ambushed by 6 Frost Wolves with Cremate and Hold.
Ouch.
If this is a wipe, I don't know if I stay. This is attempt 4.
I'm not sure where my patience level would be right now.
Yeah. It's not so much about patience, it's about efficiency.
Oh, I don't know. We'll see what he does here, and if he can get out alive, then he may be alright. Free pro ring, that's not bad.
And here's carry fight number 2. Red Mage survives that direct hit. Brack not doing the job. Double Brack strats with a fast. You have a fasted fighter with Masa. I don't necessarily blame the strat here.
Yeah.
But really gotta hope that he gets this hit. And does. It took about 900 HP worth of damage to do it, but he does it.
Absolutely. There we go.
Get those Cure 4s in, and leave.
I do believe that is our first orb lit.
It most definitely is.
By ArsonHorse about 34 minutes in.
And Maya is pretty close to having this ice cave taken care of, but clearly we do not want to counter chickens before they hatch.
Never.
We're having some serious problems in here. If he doesn't get through on this attempt, it'd be very hard for him to come back. There's your wizard staff. That's useful in the fight against Carry.
Yeah.
And a heal staff. There's some staffs with abilities in the same room. Opal shield. And let's see what's behind the eye. After we see what the eye's got. Eye's got nothing. It's the tail.
There we go.
Hell of a pickup.
Absolutely.
You have the tail. You have the airship. Go get class changed immediately.
Yep, get that adamant turned in. You've got some good options now.
So all we have remaining here is TNT, slab, bottle, rod, and I think one other item.
Yeah, and Maya needs to go pick up the cube eventually.
Ruby, there we are. So with Adamant in hand, really no reason not to go to the Dwarf Cave next.
Yeah, that's going to be a bit of extra offensive help that's really going to help.
After this class change, now we're going to have the ability to pick up some spells on that red mage that we didn't have before. And once you start picking up items like Vorpal, like if Excal rears its head, Dragon Armor, Aegis Shield, these are things you're going to want to be able to equip. And now your ninja can get these level 3 magic spells, like Brack. So ninja can get spells in levels 1 through 4 black magic. The knight can get levels 1 through 3 with a couple of exceptions.
Yeah, too bad we didn't see that life 2 at level 1 or 2 today.
But if it's accessible at level 5, then at least you can still get it and make use of it.
Absolutely.
Grabbing Ice 2 and Fast. And welcome to Lupa Lupa Land, where the Toga Party is for real.
No kidding.
There we are. Oxyale.
There we go. I think I'm not missing much now.
Yeah, I guess. I don't see a reason to get Lightning 3 necessarily if you've got Ice 3. But it's the slot and it's cheap. Nothing else you're really going to put there on the ninja. Arson going directly to the Mirage Tower. Not messing around. Not messing around at all.
No, he sure isn't.
Steak and wings. ArsonHorse is going to make a meal out of this, as I disapprove. And ichbinmiah turning in the adamant for TNT. Go ahead and just go south of here, and you've got yourself another.
Oh man.
And the ruby.
I'm certainly getting a bunch of the items and getting ready to move on here pretty quick.
You couldn't have had a more convenient placement for both of those items because the TNT lets you go a little bit south in the same cave to go get the ruby, and then just a little puddle jump over here to the Titan's tunnel to check these 4. Nothing. So that quest line took him nowhere, but got him a little bit more information.
Yeah.
Arson has cleared the first floor of Mirage Tower, and I didn't catch any of the treasure chests he picked up. Not sure if you did.
I did not.
Saber is a good pickup here for the ninja.
Oh, dragon armor. That's a good pickup.
Yep. So we have dragon armor on the first floor of Mirage.
Well, Maya's gonna be happy when he gets there.
And Arson eventually going to get that tail, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's gonna need to. Maybe not need to, but
it'll be very helpful.
The way I would make.
For spell access, it's going to be very helpful.
Absolutely.
Not sure I wouldn't be taking some of these Chimera fights.
Well, they're gonna have to get some levels
at
some point, because we got to start thinking about endgame.
Exactly. And this ascent up the Mirage Tower up into the Sky Cave, I don't want to have too low of levels when I'm doing these fights. There's an ice sword. Great weapon.
Absolutely.
That can go right on one of those red mages. Who has the lead? Loch Ness Gaming asks. I would say if anybody does, it's ArsonHorse.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. He does have that first orb, and he's already in the sky.
He's going to go for it.
But then Maya's got the tail, and changed already and everything, so...
Maya's done more questing. Arson has gotten more progress as far as levels, and he's cleared an orb by killing Carrie. To get that second one. Is Arson going back out to save before climbing up, or is he just doing a little bit of grinding? What's he doing here?
Be curious to see. Looks like he may be heading out.
Oh, he's walking out. Not even spending an exit spell. So I gotta imagine he's just walking out for the sake of getting more XP.
I think it's a good call. I think he's strong enough to be able to walk in and out of here no problem.
Well, you can definitely do it.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it from a time perspective. Oh, if Arson doesn't have exit, that would explain a lot, but I certainly thought he did. Pro rings are expensive this seed. I believe they were about 30k. So every one you can find and not have to buy at this stage of the game is pretty good. Oh,
yeah, I've seen...
nasty.
I know mine got one for free.
Oh. And obviously, the worst spell you can cast on those vampires is an ice spell. And out we go. Does he bother going up to the top here without the thief alive?
I'd be more XP for the fighter and the red mages.
It would be. And that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
I guess he figures without having a class change in effect. It's not a ninja yet. Might as well keep the levels low, so starting at 15, you start getting those spell charges. And
Exactly. I think that's what he's leaning towards.
it's one fewer target for getting hit, though. And this is a relatively tougher dungeon.
That's a bit of a risk.
This should be worth a pretty penny. Arson about to fight the blue D. His physical attacks are all we're doing here. And it does the job.
Excellent.
Level 17 reached. Arson's gonna check these chests. Katana. That'll come in handy.
Sure
Thor
will. That's a
hammer.
good pickup.
Light axe. And a lot of
Wow.
gold. That's a nice room.
Absolutely.
See some Bane Sword usage here. 2 out of 3 of those mana cores go bye-bye.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I usually can't get that good.
Nope. My Bane luck is not fantastic. Unless we're talking about Tiamat and Kraken 1.
True, true. I've seen you
Ooh.
execute a few of them pretty quick.
There's a nice eye fight. We know it's pretty weak. Right, we have a discussion in chat about the black belt in this meta, and the black belt is, for all intents and purposes, pretty useless here because you have not because the black belt's a bad character, mind you. At least I wouldn't argue that black belt is bad, but you have such low XP multiplier in this stage of the game that the amount of grinding you have to do to get that black belt up to 32 or possibly 42 is not worth it. That time can be better spent taking pickup fights along the way and just getting presentable equipment for your knight and making your mages capable of surviving the later fights.
I agree.
In the old
fan
meta,
of black belt myself, but I just too much time grinding for him right now.
I definitely swear by that black belt. If you have a percentage of, I want to say 250 or higher for enemy stats, I really like the black belt. Especially once you get higher than 300.
Yep.
At that point, the extra attacking is a bit of a safety net against high evasion bosses or high defense bosses, the trickier stuff. You want to be able to put out a lot of damage quickly.
Sure do.
Arson is taking care of the asterisk room, or the cat's beehole room, I call it, before going to the top. It's not commonly how it's done, but I'm guessing Arson intends to clear this whole place out anyway. So there's no sense in going all the way up, if you're just going to come back down anyway.
Yeah, true. I kind of like the idea of checking all those, though. I mean, he's right there, and it's not too far out of the way. I just be enough to make it worth it.
Mm-hmm. So interesting strategic question here, posed by Allie. If you get 2 force black belts, do you do 2-man strats? Personally, I would. Once you've gotten those 2 characters high enough in the level. And we have a Pro K pickup. Gurmedusa's a marvelous, marvelous fight.
Always good experience with them.
They're a very underrated fight, but I think it's starting to become a little bit more well-known that Gurmedusas are a good fight. Everybody's familiar with Agama's eyes and things like that.
Yeah.
Zombie Ds.
I've been noticing an increase in the racers that have been doing it as well.
Mm-hmm. Maya about to pick up a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah, but he's close to carry. I think he's going to go ahead and get it done.
No doubt about it. He's got the levels. He's got the magic. Ribbon.
What about Arson here, Will? Do you think he's going to time it?
I guarantee you he's going to time it. So ribbon number 1 is found on Sky 2.
There we go. There we go. And you're right, E-Tap. There were a lot of the Gurmedusas got a lot of screw. Sure did.
Yeah, Gurmedusas got exposure last night because they were used as a grind.
Yep. Had to be done in that case. There was no option.
Right. Trap Tile was loaded with Gurmedusas. It's not an opportunity you're going to get in regular circumstances.
Yep.
What is the ribbon? Asks Godlike Streams. The ribbon is the best defensive item in the game in that it protects against all 8 elements. So your earth, your fire, your ice, protects against time magic, death magic, and 3 others that I'm trying to recall off the top of my head, but it prevents bad things from happening to you from enemy magic. Xcal is picked up on ArsonHorse's side, who still does not have classes changed.
He's gonna need to head out and get that tail pretty quick here.
Mm-hmm. He's got good weapons aside from that, but all the same, that's the end of that floor. Taking the sentry fight, that's yet another high XP payout.
Oh, and Maya did take down carry, by the way.
He did.
So then he's got his first orblet at about 50 minutes.
Mm-hmm. And Arson's probably about 2 minutes of chest checking away. Fez finds the bottle. And the black shirt.
Nice.
Sky 3. Maya picking up the spells now. Deal 3 in life 2. And invis 2.
Well, definitely a good choice to have the fog 2 and invis 2.
Mm-hmm. So Matterfire pointing out that it is solo mage run where the ribbon failed you. Now the thing about the ribbon, the thing about any defense wall or anything like that, there's still a 3 in 256 chance, 3 in 256, that a spell that shouldn't get through does get through, like rub or what have you.
Yeah, we just saw rub the other day, actually.
Mm-hmm. Right through a ribbon.
Right through that ribbon.
Maya about to make that. Nope. There you go. Nothing in that top room for ArsonHorse, as Maya makes his way to the Oxy Ale that the Lupa Lupa people have.
Yep.
For Zombie. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say on the topic of how I always pronounced it Leafian growing up. I don't know why.
No 2 people pronounce it the same way.
No, you're right.
I've always called it Lafine.
Yep.
I've heard Lafane, Lafine, Leafin.
I think now that I'm a bit older and understand more of the language, I'd probably Fane almost.
Mhm.
But
Defense sword, pick up on ArsonHorse's side. My favorite sword in the game.
it's a good offensive pickup, definitely.
So the very reason why I love the defense sword as much as I do, somebody who just mentioned doing a solo red mage, any solo quests that I do, defense sword is pretty much the anchor for your ability to survive fights late game. 2 uses of that, 3 uses of that, and it's going to be hard for anything to hit you physically without critting you.
So Will, who do you think's closer to being in go mode?
ArsonHorse by far.
Yep. No, but Maya's not far behind him.
No, Maya's got more quests taken care of.
Yeah.
And get your Blessed RNGs out because ArsonHorse is on the Bridge of Destiny.
Let's see what happens. Is it his lucky day?
Or is it our lucky day? To answer your question about the cube, I do not believe that Maya has gotten it. It's at the shop in Provoca. No, he did get it. Just saw it in his inventory, so Tracker might want to make note of the fact that we have a cube on Maya's side. Bane Sword use on ArsonHorse's side, and he has the hold attack. You won't be seeing any more of that Bane Sword shenanigans. Will Brack do the job? No. Arson's done screwing around. 8 hits. GTFO, Tiamat, that's the end of your day. No future sight, there's no forced war mech in this set of flags. Cannot wait for that to happen.
Yeah, I got to witness that. I think it was the other day, and it was very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Now, with the bottle in hand that ArsonHorse just got from 3rd floor Sky Castle, we're going to see what the fairies got.
That could only be a couple things, really.
Mm-hmm. Not many things are left. He might think, hey, I'm going to get a tail here. I'm thinking it might be the rod. Let's find out. And it's the canal. So, yet another zonk.
Yep.
Yet another zonk. Not leaving us a whole hell of a lot of options.
No.
And ArsonHorse is going to waste a little time here in Ordeals. Hopefully get some levels in the process, because that's all he's walking away with.
Yep, there's nothing else in there.
There's a white shirt. But other than that, it's just a waste of time.
Yeah.
And if you have access to the Invis 2 spell anyway, there's really no point.
Well, with Invis 2 being on the same level with Life 2, I mean, it's not a, I don't feel like it's a bad pickup.
Not at all.
It's in there.
Right. He's got 2...
You know, if he's
Go ahead.
shorten the levels and be good.
Mm-hmm. The fact that you've got 2 mages with the same ability to cast those spells, you have a little bit more leniency. And that's the case with both Maya and Arson.
We've got Maya and the waterfall.
Yep. And I think he's got to have the rod. I don't think there's anything left.
I don't think so either.
Arson warped all the way back to the beginning of the Ordeals Castle. What a payoff you are not going to get for your efforts. Squint on the Medusas. Yikes.
Yikes indeed. Eek.
Oof.
Run away, run away!
Yeah, Maya is drastically underleveled relative to ArsonHorse. Now, if we have a tough Temple of Fiends, ArsonHorse has a gigantic advantage on that.
Yeah, I'm afraid he's going to.
Elame asks if Vorpal got buffed in Rando. In effect, yes, because all items, all the weapons had an effective crit rate that they were supposed to have. And yes, the rod is at Waterfall. The effective crit rate for the weapons was varied. It was supposed to vary by weapon. What happened instead is each weapon has an item number in the code in ascending order. So that number effectively acted as the crit rate for that weapon. Well, I think Masa was like 56, and I think Xcal was 55, and in descending order from there. So Vorpal has a crit rate of 30. That's fixed. Masa, I believe, is 15. So Vorpal is twice as likely to crit as Masa, despite being a weaker weapon.
That's true, but doesn't Masa have better base stats? I think is what it is.
Yes, and that's the debate about Vorpal. Is it better to have the crit rate higher, or to have the overall strength higher? And a lot of that has to do with your ability to use Fast and Temper, or the Power Glove to bump up that user of that sword.
Mm-hmm.
So a Masa crit rate is 10, according to chat. Yeah, without the fix on weapon stats, Vorpal would be utterly useless. And yeah, you can do the math on it. The crit rate is 10 on Masa, 30 on Vorpal, and the crits on Masa being worth twice as much as Vorpal's. It's almost a coin toss in certain circumstances.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But if you can increase the hit percentage with the Bonk Glove, then one weapon's going to take precedence over the other. Now we're taking our first look at Sea Shrine. Maya's going to keep checking chests because he doesn't have everything.
What do you think Maya's looking for? Do you think he's looking for the ribbons? Because I know Arson got one.
He's got to be. He's got everything else. He might be looking for another weapon. I don't think
he's only got the Masa, so he still can find the. I know he won't find the Excalibur here. I think the defense sword, wasn't that somewhere else too?
Which one? The defense sword?
Defense sword, yeah.
Defense sword was that was on Sky. That was the third floor of Sky. Arson about to get his rod, and I believe that will put him in go mode. Kind of hesitated a little bit to say that, but I think he's in go mode after getting rod.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he's just down to the last little bit here.
Mm-hmm. Because effectively Maya is in go mode, but he doesn't have nearly the levels or the defense, the equipment that ArsonHorse has. So it's going to come down to Arson needing to get the tail, Maya needing to get some weapons and armor, and Maya needing at least one more ribbon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of a race for that. Whoever gets to that level first, they're going to have the advantage here.
Well, and Maya still has, after the Sea Shrine, he still has 2 more dungeons to go through, so on the list. But I'm just curious to see if he's going to actually take a minute to stop and maybe do a little bit of grinding for a few extra levels.
Well, if he's going to be exploring all these dungeons, then he can just take fights along the way. I don't think he needs to grind. And I haven't seen anything of note here in the Sea Shrine yet. Ellie's
Yeah,
saying that
totally.
Maya doesn't need weapons. He doesn't need weapons as badly as he needs armor. But he
Right.
does, yeah, he could definitely use one more sword. It's not essential.
I think the best strategy is kind of like what you were saying, Will, is that I'm hoping Maya's gets the levels on the ways. Doesn't have to take the time to stop, and that'd be a little time saver there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to grind as little as possible, preferably not at all. But sometimes you can't get all the fights in that you want to get in as you're exploring.
Mm-hmm. But then, you know, I'm starting to think about Temple of Fiends Revisited. Are we going to see, you know, easy monsters? Or are they going to be all tanks and trucks?
My rule of thumb is always assume the worst, which is why I go in over prepared. And then you've got the strats of like a Minochi or an Artea, some of our other runners who put up super fast times, and they assume that they can get through in one shot with minimal resources, minimal levels, and manage to pull it off a lot. So again, it's a matter of personal preference. I don't like going into Temple of Fiends with fewer than 2 ribbons. I'll do it with 1 in a pinch, but there are some people who will go in with 0 as long as they've got like dragon armor, Aegis shield, pro ring, and just cross their fingers and pray that their life-giving mage doesn't die.
Well, that's what makes me nervous, is when you only have 1 ribbon, 0. Like, what do? Do you take the risk? That you may avoid it, or do you just go spend the time to hunt them down?
Some will take the risk if they feel they're behind, and some will take the extra time to hunt down one of those 3 ribbons.
What about you? What would you do?
I would absolutely hunt for ribbons. I don't like dying in Temple of Fiends. I do not like dying in there. It's my entire game. The entire structure of how I play this game is centered around not dying on my first attempt in Temple of Fiends. It's getting through it in 1 shot, and that has won me very many races. Won me a lot of tournament races. Well, where on the other hand, that preparation could cost me the time it takes someone in a weaker Temple of Fiends to just kick the crap out of me. So you're gambling either way you go. But I think mine's a little bit less of a gamble.
Agreed. Seeing some seafood platter over here on Maya's side. I haven't seen anything except for snorting lobsters. Anything so far.
It's not a big deal. I'd rather him snort at me than hit me.
Oh yeah. I saw some lobsters the other day that were hitting like Mac. It was scary.
Maya checked Narek and Smith, yes. Smith had TNT, Narek had the Ruby, and the Ruby chest had Jack and Squat. Arson did not check those because he doesn't have those items.
Well, the only thing I think that Arson really needs at this moment now is going to be the tail.
Yep, and that need is really in quotation marks. You can get by without him, but it'd be preferable not to have to. With the way his levels are gaining here, and the equipment he's got, he doesn't really need to class change. But having access to the better healing spells would be pretty nice.
Do you think he's going to change his mind once he finds the adamant down there? Oh no, wait a minute, because the Excalibur.
Yeah, Adamant's only going to take him on a quest. And it's a dead-end quest. So, I mean, this is not a fantastic find, but he is going to get a Sun Sword, he is going to get the Bonk Glove.
Absolutely is.
And he's going to get his tail. So, being here is going to take care of pretty much everything he needs to cruise through the rest of the game. Getting beat up by some seafood on Maya's side.
Ugh.
Opal helmet. Not better than a ribbon. Flame armor. Flame armor can go on the ninja, potentially. Because for some reason, the ninja, even though it's supposed to be a stealth class character, can equip heavy armor. So you figure that out.
Well, I play a lot of Oblivion, and I've had thieves with heavy armor.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and I'm real sneaky because I can't move any faster.
You sneak and buff
It
it.
just weighs you down so much, you can't help but sneak.
And that's why crafting is a thing. Arson getting his sun sword. And not long now, he will have his bonk glove. Lobster party.
Looks like Gersharts with fire 2, not too bad. Knocked his red mage down.
You don't want to see that many lobsters without a butter biscuit on the side.
I don't know, the more lobsters I see in a party, the more nervous.
Rightfully
And
so.
the nasty. Ugh.
Yep, Feywinds has a thief in full Daedric armor, and I gotta tell you, that's how I roll too. Wood Elf, Archer, full Daedric.
Yep.
Pretty much immortal at this point. But I was playing through it again at I was playing through it, leaving my character at level 1, and trying to complete literally everything in the game that I can without having to level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just don't spend the night.
You just don't level.
Yeah.
And XP Pinata time on Maya's side. Yeah, we are still missing a key, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think either of them have taken the crown.
No, I don't.
I didn't see anybody give anything to Matoya.
I can't say that I recall. Oh, Astos? No, hold on. Astos was...
He had the loot.
Yes.
I wonder where the key is then. One of the...
Is the key gonna be in a chest? The key and the herb might be in chests. Or one of the two could be in a chest. I don't know that there's any other incentive locations left.
I think they got them all.
We know what the fairies got. We know what the robots got.
Yep.
Between the two of them, they've hit up every NPC. So herb might be in Marsh Cave, as Insult said.
Yeah, well, we're running out. Well,
Might be the last place. Earth Cave still needs to be dived.
I mean, there's a chance it might be in there, right?
There's a chance it could be in Marsh, yes, but you don't want to go to Marsh until you've cleared Earth.
No, that's right.
Always go to Earth before Marsh. There's literally no reason at all to go to Marsh before that. And yes, Poogle, Ollie did call for Marsh about 5 minutes in.
So what do you think, Will? Do you think go mode's on hold for a minute?
Well, it literally is until the key's found.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I missed that there was no key in either of their inventories, but I missed it. And
Well, I did too.
they definitely need it. Right. And Merkarsis making the point that we're making, which is that if you've got to go there first.
Mm-hmm.
Marsh is not a mandatory dungeon.
Yeah, Sforzando Earth is terrible, but so is Marsh.
Yeah, you're comparing two different dog turds here, buddy. they both stink. They're both about the same pile size, you know. But one of them you got to pick up. One of them you got to clean.
Well,
the other one you can leave.
Yeah, Sforzando's talking math now, so he is right. 9. That, but they're both. I guess I'm talking for more of a vanilla aspect of Marsh just being terrible.
It's terrible in every case. That's why I'm a trained professional Bacarsist.
Alright, so Arson's changed. Katana, okay.
There's about a 3-to-1 chance that the key will be in a chest in the Earth Cave versus the Marsh Cave. But statistics have damned us in the past, they may damn us here. Arson's in a lead on levels. And now he's going to get these level 5 black magic spells. What can we get now, buddy? Nothing. Yep, that's the law of large numbers. Unlikely things are guaranteed to happen eventually.
Yep.
The unlikely becomes likely. And ArsonHorse finishing up this waste of time quest. But again, it's going to give him the information he needs to know where to go next. Which is, I think for his purposes, going to be the Sea Shrine. Hello, my name is Will also.
My name is not Will, but it can be.
Maybe we should call a couple races together, huh? That'd be fun.
You just call me Will Versetti. It's easy.
Might as well.
3 wheels in a pod here.
And Fatima's made it. Hello, Fatima. Maya's going to be pretty pleased with what he finds on the 3rd floor of Sky. He's going to have a bottle, a black shirt, and a defense sword.
I think he'll be happy about that.
Yeah, Will, I want to say that it's relatively even. I'd give a little bit of an edge to ArsonHorse here with levels, but it's still anybody's race. We need a key, which is presumably an Earth Cave, but could still be in Marsh. It's going to be in a box. We've got all the NPCs knocked out. Everything's been found that can be found on the quest lines. So now it's a matter of treasure hunting. Yeah, Trump, we did. Both dwarves were talked to. In the same shot, because the smith gave you the TNT. So all you had to do was walk down to Narek and give him that. You don't get to see that too often. We're approaching the Bridge of Destiny here for Maya, so you know what to do. Throw up them bless RNGs, everybody. Let's see if Maya can get us a visit from our old pal Warmack.
Yeah, you're right, Drumbordis. That's not just lazy. That is back. Absolutely. Shame on them.
Yep. Do they not discuss things with each other? Like, do they not communicate? Communication's key.
I mean, they're not that far away from each other. He could probably yell and...
Yep. Fatima, that is called the Sharknado Room. For that very reason. Does Warmech kill runs? Asks Lucius. Warmech has killed runs. And some runners like to take Warmech on when they run into him. And some people run away. Some people get wrecked. Some people kill him. And Drum, that's part of what I'm calling the advantage that Arson has right now. Now, I think Maya's going to get Orb 3 before Arson does, but effectively, Arson has more stuff, including levels. Mermaids without exit. Not fun. Insult confirming. There is never communication between trades. The smithy and the demolition expert not sharing a beer. Not talking shop. The double nacho platter on Maya's side.
Awful. But he took him down. Two nachos in a row?
Yep. Now I'm going to refresh mine real quick here.
Okay.
And here we are. A little bit of slime. They have cremate.
Okay, so we're not seeing a lot of those real scary spells. Nothing real bad so far.
And that's not what you want the case to be at this stage of the game. You want to knock out all those nasty little spells. Like, you want to see Nuke go bye-bye.
Oh, yeah.
You want to see a lot of these nasty abilities, like Blaze, go bye-bye.
Cure 4.
You don't want that stuff showing up in Temple of Fiends. Well, Cure 4, you want that to show up on an early Fiend, because among them, there's only going to be one. Same thing with Slow 2.
Yep, that might be Lich 2, Carry 2, Kraken 2, Tiamat 2, might be Chaos. We don't know at this point. It's hard to tell.
Nuclear as well. What does Brack do? Brack's an instant kill spell. Brack works semi-effectively on Tiamat and on Kraken. So he lands that Brack, game over. Harm 3, for some reason, Harm 3 cannot hurt a living creature. It can only harm the undead. So it might have been an accidental cast rather than.
That's what it looked like.
Might have been trying to cast Fade. Brack, not landing. Forehammer? Oh, Tiamat fasting up. Dan, not doing much damage at all. Oh, we out of Brack spells entirely?
Oh, was that 6 hits for 6 damage?
Indeed it was.
Oh, gross.
We have no Brack spells left.
Oh.
And the knight being stuck there like that is highly detrimental to his ability to run through this fight any quicker. Every turn that he's sitting there, not swinging that sword.
Oh, no fade.
Oh, Maya. Now, yeah, he did not equip the katana on his ninja. That's problematic.
Tiamat had ice too with some low rolls, so that's pretty good. Still no nuke. Still.
Arson picking up a gold bracelet for his mage. So Arson's just chugging along, making progress, while Maya's sitting here and taking it in the proverbial keister from Tiamat. One more Brack charge does not do it.
The knight was like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm just gonna sit. See you later.
Mm-hmm. He gets that.
You guys got this.
He fires that cure 4 off.
Lit 2.
it is time to use your last Brack spell. Or your second to last Brack spell. End this fight. Oh, not again! You've got to be kidding me. Quad X erased and terminated.
Oh, yes.
GTFO Tiamat.
That's right. Way to go, Thief. Way to go.
Have a nice life.
Thief for the win. That was beautiful. Beautiful.
That's what Maya needed.
Yep.
Because his knight got stunned right before that, and he would have been in the same boat. He would have had to fire yet another Cure 4 off.
Well, he's out.
So once ArsonHorse is done with Kraken here, it's a beeline for the Earth Cave. Ooh, Gershok's a fire 2. That's dumb.
Ooh, that one got a high damage roll.
Matt took a dirt nap.
Yep. Passed out over there.
Yup. It is
Well.
zonk o'clock on this Ninjas.
Yep. I saw more lobsters over on Arson's side, and another worthless item.
You do not want to see those guys. And you also don't want to see them ambush you. Ooh, sea trolls. Putting the hurt on them. Wow, the XP Pinata fight is unrunnable. I didn't catch that the first time.
Oh, I didn't either. Whoops.
If it's here, the trolls do not have pants. A lot of creatures in this game don't have pants, especially those sea creatures. They tend not to wear a lot of clothing. Just weighs them down. You ever try swimming in pants? Not fun.
Awful.
I'm gonna call it now and say that there's at least one ribbon in Temple of Fiends.
There almost has to be.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that there is a ribbon in one of the validation chests. There's my will prediction for this race.
Looks like Maya's gonna burn off those few and head down.
How do you swim in pants? Yeah.
Better than swimming. Well, see, swimming in pants would be better than. And that's what.
Oh, you're cutting out in and out there, pal.
I just said swimming in pants and in shoes is horrible.
Yeah, I think we're losing you.
Can you hear me, Will?
I can now.
Okay, good. I don't know what happened there.
ArsonHorse, as expected, going to the Earth Cave. Maya's Gambling Marsh. If he finds the key, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that's the lead.
That's we'll be seeing it soon.
Yep. Only 10, I think 10 more chests? 9 more chests to check? Yeah, I think it's 9. Yeah, Fatima wants to know what your thoughts are. Yeah, what your thoughts are on pants as you were cutting in and out.
Oh, I was just saying. I don't know if swimming in boots and pants is fun, but it's certainly a good workout for you. That's one way to get in shape.
It's also a good way to simulate techno music. Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants.
Never thought of it that way before, Will, but now I'll never be able to think of it.
That's what I'm here for.
Thanks, appreciate that.
You got it. So now it's just a race for the key. And the winner of that race is going to get to Temple of Fiends a little bit quicker. Ice Sword, not even wasting time picking that up. team is on that running and bourbon diet. Proven effective. So the Wizards,
Healthy bourbon.
holding only a silver bracelet.
I need more than that.
Yep. So, gonna go to this top right corner, see if there's anything in there. Drumbordis dropping a little bit of Ron Swanson out there. Their liquors for rich women on diets. Any dog under 60 pounds is a cat, and cats are pointless. We can replace Agama facts with Ron Swanson quotes any day of the week, and I'm more than happy with it.
Yeah, no kidding. That's great. Alright, we're almost an hour and a half into this, and we're looking like we're getting down to the end here soon.
Yep. So Marsh Cave was a bust for Maya. We know we're going to find a key at some point in this Earth Cave. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, I hope, it looks like Maya's gonna go try to find it.
Fish for sport only. Fish is practically a vegetable.
Yeah, the two classes, the fighter turned into the knight, and then the thief turned...
Let's say the irony of a non-drinking vegan making Ron Swanson references is probably not lost on it.
You're just full of the irony today, Will.
I guess so. Agama fact, their favorite character on Parks and Rec is Mark Brendanowitz. Nobody's favorite character is Mark Brendanowitz. He's like a vanilla Ben Wyatt. And Ben Wyatt's already a pretty mild guy. More hot takes to come. Brendana quits. Ah! Love it. Come for the Final Fantasy, stay for the pop culture references, guys. Exactly. Opal right. Armor. Opal Armor, not a big deal, because he's got Dragon already. The worst! Yes. Love it. I have found my people. Maybe the vampire's holding onto the key. Money, please!
They turn into wizards. White wizard and black wizard.
Correct. Funny. Herb was not located.
Man.
So the chest could be a key or the herb.
We haven't found the herb, and I don't think I've seen anybody...
You haven't seen anybody what?
I haven't seen anybody get hit with stone touch.
Hey, there's our herb.
There we are. Speak of the devil.
Unky Herb. So we know who has the key. It's Vanilla.
Yep.
The elf prince.
Wow.
This even randomized, kids.
So Arson found the dankest of herb in a chest in a cave. Right on.
Yep. In a dank cave.
And he's gonna go give it to somebody else, even better.
That's pretty on brand, I'd say. Arson gonna check those last 3 chests and go for the 100% here? And then go over to Marsh Cave and clear that? Probably not. That would be very dumb. Yep, he's done with chests. As well he should be. Arson about to make a... Oh, wait a minute. Trolls are unrunnable. Huh. ArsonHorse gonna go embarrass Lich. Maya's in a world of hurt without a ribbon. So we've got a little bit of a balance here with handicaps. So Maya has no ribbons but has access to life. ArsonHorse has a ribbon, but no access to life.
Yeah, and with Arson only having 1 ribbon and Maya having 0, do you think they're getting a little nervous?
I don't think Arson's nervous, but I'm pretty sure Maya is, because I know I would be.
It all depends on what the Temple of Fiends Revisited has.
Yep, because Arson knows exactly where that key is.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an entirely decent chance that one of the keylock chests has another ribbon, but Arson is already at an hour 33. I don't think he's going to bother looking. Maya,
I was just about to...
Maya very well might.
Yeah, well, I was just about to ask you, do you think that's something that they would do? I think Arson's pretty much just going to go now. I think he's going to gas it and gun it.
As you say that, he's checking those 4 free chests.
Well,
I mean, you're already there. It's the second ribbon. What a payoff. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, man. And that's why you do it.
That's absolutely.
And
That paid off for him right there.
I'm holding firm that we're going to see a validation chest with a ribbon in it.
Mm-hmm.
We still have to see the third one. And by the way, if you're just joining us, the first ribbon was in Sky 2, which Maya skipped. There you go, Maya.
Now it's his turn, yes. Dankest of herb in a chest.
Picking up Fade and Cure 4. It's a good thing for a knight to have. And since he class changed so early, I think he might have all 4 spell charges on that knight and ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Knight of Kings asking, no more black belt. Not in this meta, no. The black belt is kind of a waste of time because of how much grinding you need to do at a very, very low EXP multiplier. So I think for this, it's like a 2.4?
Yeah, I think so.
Plus 80?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Whereas in the tournament, last time, you had like a 3x plus 300. Or higher.
Mm-hmm.
And that lends itself a lot better to grinding. 4 Gasties are unrunnable. Yikes.
Ouch.
I'm going to refresh my feed here because I keep getting lag.
So I think this is, Will, I think this is going to come down to Temple. Depending on what's down there. But even if there is something nasty, Arson will still have the information to be able to deal with it.
Right. And forgive me, my feed seems to be a little stuttery here on for the video. Arson making his way to the Phantom Room. I think you heard on my for the video because I probably cut out. And Maya gets his ribbon.
Yep. Got a ribbon, 4th orb, and he's ready to go. I think he's head that way.
Yep.
Couple of floors behind him.
And because Arson basically started over.
Did he? I didn't see that. Did he run into, was it the gas dragons?
I think he just reset.
Hmm.
So yeah, we're neck and neck here.
Yeah. This has been phenomenal so far.
For sure. Arson has an advantage on levels and a slight advantage on gear.
Mm-hmm.
But with the right RNG, Maya can pass him.
Yeah.
I don't agree with what Maya just did. And the reason is, you can, these first few fights that you get, fights 1 and 2, before you get that long run, one of those could be burned off inside Temple of Fiends before you descend to the revisited side. And then you have a long run from there.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Bardo pointing out he got ambushed by 9 bad men, and that's why he decided to nope out. 4 Earths.
Oh, I would too.
They're targeting.
Awful.
They were targeting that ninja.
Right, I'm getting excited to see what these second round of Fiends are going to have.
For sure.
I'm curious to see if it's going to be something brutal or if it's going to be something low-key or what.
Well, Lich 2, for the very first time that I've ever seen, last night, was actually beefy.
True, true.
Not so much the case here.
No, too easy. Down, down he goes.
Down, down. So Aaron Do Nerdy asks, is NES Final Fantasy a game you can viably speedrun on an emulator? So it's 2 questions I'm going to answer here. Can you viably speedrun NES Final Fantasy? Yes. Can you do it on an emulator? Not for records. You'd have to use the console and an actual cartridge to do that, for it to count. Carry 2.
See what we got here.
Somewhat high magic defense, not very high physical defense.
Wow.
Gets whacked in the face with a masa and says, nighty night.
Yep, yep. Good night, sleep tight.
Time for Gatekeeper number 1.
Roast seafood platter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that's why the trolls are holding their head like that. They're like, oh, I have no pants. Where are my pants? That's what I think.
They're trying to keep their brains in their...
my pants!
They're holding their brains in their head.
I have no pants! That's funny.
I have no pants and I must scream.
Yep. What are these 4 people looking at me? Don't kill me! Ah!
Yeah, no, Lich 2, not so much the Gatekeeper. Not so much.
Not today.
No, I would call the Carry 2 fight Gatekeeper 0.5, because Carry can be a Gatekeeper if she's tough enough, but it doesn't happen too often. Can wreck you. Oh, is that right? You can use emulator for world record attempts on Final Fantasy? I was unaware that those were allowed, so getting corrected by some actual speedrunners in chat. Disclaimer for me, I'm not a speedrunner. I've played this randomizer.
I didn't know that.
Jake Hoper is absolutely a speedrunner, is a very good one, so I would take his word over mine any day on issues pertaining to speedrunning. And to Wisconsin sports. He's got me on that too. Some buffing on that night. The temper and a power bonk. White shirt up in the defense of our characters here, and a fast. So if his knight can't pierce the defense on Kraken here, it's going to be a problematic fight.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Kraken. I actually like to Kraken Honda, like E-Honda.
Mm-hmm.
With all those hands and.
Yep. Don't tease the octopus, kids. This one's gonna die very, very soon. Oh, looks like we got some Scotties in the chat here, huh? Well, I'm a native Wisconsinite. I'm in Seattle now, but I was born and raised in Milwaukee, so definitely right with you. I'm with you. Kraken has gone down.
That wasn't too bad.
Nope. Once the knight was buffed up, wasn't too bad.
I'm curious to see what the last two are going to have.
We have not seen a whole lot of problematic spells or abilities. So we could have a very hellish Tiamat 2 or Chaos.
Yeah, it's hard to tell unless one of those got bypassed on like Lich or Carry or something early that our runners didn't see.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't say Wisconsin's overrepresented in the rando community. There are several notable rando players and speedrunners from Wisconsin, but I wouldn't say overrepresentation is a problem. Tiamat 2, what have you?
Let's see it.
So if Maya can make quicker work of Kraken 2 and Tiamat, ooh, erased and terminated! Maya gets through Kraken 2, and he is going to momentarily high-five ArsonHorse at that Tiamat fight.
Yeah.
Tornado, nasty ability.
Well, that's one.
Not a fun one.
Ouch.
Maya gets away from a nasty fight as well with that Zombie D Whiz Vamp fight. But both those fiends were erased. Dueling Tiamat 2s.
Yeah, this is coming down to the wire here. This is great. Great.
Provided neither player wipes, I think we're going to have a nearly photo finish.
I think so.
This is what you hope for as an audience member, commentator.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm on the edge of my seat, Mr. Bloodworth. I have been for a while.
As am I. Sell you the whole thing, but you only need the edge. Jacob are making a very, very good point in chat that the menuing on ArsonHorse's side is slowing him down, and Maya's catching up little by little every time. But Arson did get through Tiamat 2, and we will see in a moment. Oh, 4 unrunnable rock goals. What a kick to the Jimmy.
Oh,
Ouch.
Lance.
Oh. Fade takes care of the job, though.
Oh, there we
Will
go.
Maya get a clean run? He does. We're going to have Chaos versus Chaos.
Wow.
Simultaneous. Ladies and gentlemen, you could not ask for better.
We're seconds apart right now.
Look at this. Number 4 seeded ArsonHorse, number 13 seeded ichbinmiah approaching Chaos at the exact same time.
Wow.
Who will be the most...
Down to the wire.
Who will get a more efficient fight here? Maya's taking a little extra time to heal. Will these seconds cost him the race, or will the preparation put him ahead?
All depends on Chaos. Ooh, fire 3.
Defense stack, temper stack, fast,
There we go.
and our white shirt. And a bonk. That physical attack was not very intimidating.
Nope.
So if he stays with physical attacks, I think Arson's going to be okay. One more bonk from Arson. The menuing has to be a little bit more efficient for Arson, or he's going to lose this race.
I don't even know at this moment.
9 hits. Maya hitting 8 hits for 414 damage.
Doozy, come on now.
10 hits for 1721. ArsonHorse does it with an SRL time of 147.13.
GG ArsonHorse.
What a hell of a match this has been. I don't imagine Maya's really close behind. He's got to be right there. Maybe one more hit. And there we have it. Maya.
There it is, 7:45.
Finishing right behind him with a time of 147.42. The difference in time here was 29 seconds.
Wow.
We've seen closer, but Maya really, really made up a lot of ground here.
Yes, he did. That was, one of the greatest races I've seen so far. That was...
GG to them both.
Yes, coming down with...
Let's see who we can get into the chat here.
Wow. 30-second difference. There was a few minutes earlier, but wow. Wow.
Maya almost made up the difference on menuing. Had he not gone to Marsh Cave, he would have won the race. But he had no way of knowing that.
Yep.
And that was, as Sforzando pointed out, game 1 of a possible 3. The higher-seeded ArsonHorse holding serve here, coming into the matchup 4-1 from the Swiss round. Maya 3-2, seeded 13th, made it one hell of a match. And we have ArsonHorse ready to come in. Arson, GG, one hell of a match. Very, very close.
Yeah, very, very good race. I can't imagine what it was like watching it because, like,
Wow.
I felt like my execution was overall very good. I had a few misplays here and there, but nothing I'd really take back.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking to myself when I was doing Sea Shrine, like, holy Jesus, I'm not finding herb. I was doing the top earth, and I'm like, and honestly, after C, I was considering going to Marsh. I was considering betraying my instincts and going to Marsh, but I'm glad I didn't, and I looted out that earth.
Maya did go there.
Yeah, I was hoping, oh man, if he goes to Marsh, I'm still in this, but even if I lose, Maya must have played a heck of a race himself, so I wouldn't be too upset. But yeah, I felt really confident going into Temple of Fiends, and that second ribbon at the end there off the key was a nice little touch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Fiends didn't give me too much and pulled it off again. So
mm-hmm. all of the little things added up to that difference. So I mean, had you not had the second ribbon, it might have been a little extra healing time you had to dedicate. That might have cut into the lead. Maya's menuing at the end was faster. I think your overall execution throughout the race was fine, but yeah, Maya was starting to catch up there on menuing. Like you looked like you were struggling with decision making on some of the fights where you were menuing between the different spells you were looking to choose. But
yeah, there were a couple moments.
Mm-hmm. But overall, yeah, you weren't wasting a ton of time, so you were still ahead. And Maya is ready to jump in here. Maya, GG to you in a bit of a heartbreaker, but you showed up, you came back pretty strongly, and we're all very happy to have watched this match take place.
ArsonHorse, congratulations. I'm not going to lie, I said a bad word when you got done, but I'm happy for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, very great race, Maya. I was thinking, like, I felt really good, and I'm like, if I lose, I know Maya raced a heck of a race, so I wouldn't have felt that bad either. So very, very great race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maya, if you didn't say a bad word after that, I would question if you had a pulse, because I know I would have been really, really, really fumed. But you know, this is for fun, and we're all a pretty friendly community here. We all appreciate each other and encourage one another to do our best.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
At the end of the day. So it was a fantastic first game. Maya, you've proven you have every capacity to come back, win the second game, and force a third. So how do you feel about not only this game, but the games you're going to have in the future? Are you going to make any adjustments in terms of your strats, your routing, anything of that sort?
It's an awful feeling being chests. And that's when I found what was it? Was it the bottle? Up in Sky Castle.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right, do I go back and do I check the entire second floor worth of chests, or do I gamble that this was the item I'm looking for that's going to get me the key?
Sure.
And then it wasn't. And then you're thinking, oh my goodness, you know, if it's there, now what do I do? Do I full clear Earth? I ended up diving Marsh. Had I not done that, that would have been, you know, a minute and a half, 90 seconds that I didn't need to spend there. But that's what I get to do now, is I get to go back and look for the 30 seconds that I lost.
Sure. And either one of you, of course, like in retrospect, you can always go back and say, well, had I done this differently, had I done that differently. In hindsight, it's 2020. But considering how you pivoted, how you adapted with the information you had in front of you, neither of you did anything that I would consider wrong. None of you made really catastrophic mistakes in this run. Had you gone down to Sky 2, you would have found a ribbon, the second ribbon,
Excalibur.
and Excalibur. That
Okay.
might have made a difference, but the time you would have spent getting them might have negated it.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I was looking for once I got the key is that I wanted to find one ribbon. And had I already had that ribbon from Sky 2, I might not have checked any chests after picking the key up.
Sure.
But I mean, 30 seconds here, 30 seconds there, that doesn't matter. I'm very, very happy. I'm pretty happy about the way I played.
Yeah.
There's always room for improvement. And I'm super stoked for game 2.
I think we all are. For
I'm
sure.
I very much enjoyed it, and ArsonHorse, GG, you deserved every bit of this. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll firmly believe it's truly the little things in this randomizer that really get you the win. And I think for me, they worked in my favor. And a bum marsh, I guess, but it's how it goes sometimes.
I would say that any race in this flag set or harder within about 2 minutes, 3 minutes of each other it's ostensibly a tie. I mean, some might argue with me on that, but if you're within that small of a margin of time within one another, effectively you've both made very similar decisions. It's probably just come down to very minuscule RNG in maybe 3 or 4 fights that could have swung the race the other direction. So I would say you both did as well as could be expected. It could have gone either way. This one went Arson's way. The next one might go Maya's.
Exactly. Did we both have the same party?
No.
Did
You had
a white mage?
Yes.
That probably helped with the exit.
Yep. Exit was a
I
big
was
deal.
thinking I still felt pretty good about it because I had access to the 2 tempers at the end, which I think helped. But yeah, I was thinking white mage I think is a slight advantage, but definitely no warp. So red mage was a good pick regardless. But
For sure.
yeah, I think probably red mage, white mage was the right party for this seed, especially with the fade early.
Where was Warp hiding? I never did see it.
I never checked it. Probably Gaia or
It had to be.
on Gaia Onrak.
It had to be 7 or 8
Yeah.
because we didn't see it in the first 6 levels.
I was hoping for the Life Hail Mary on the Onrak 7, but I'm guessing that was also Gaia. So
Yeah.
that
Since we didn't see it, so I mean, if anybody looked at the seed, any spectators did, you might be able to tell us. All right, Tristal checked both level 7s, so yeah, we're looking at level 8. Had to be there.
so that's super useless.
Yes,
I
it
mean,
is. No one's gonna level that high.
Yeah, the extra and the seed was just telling me let your thief die the entire time, but I kept bringing him back because I'm like I need to run from encounters still. And then I left him dead for a while. Then I got the tail in Ice Cave, which was terrible. And I noped out of there real quick. And I'm like, we're gonna find some gear first because this is untenable. I'm not gonna let Ice Cave lose me another race.
For sure.
Yeah,
So,
I'll mention Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say with Maya, I think you had 4 attempts before you got through ice, but you kept at it. To your credit, you got through it despite a lot of adversity being thrown at you, and that might have been a difference maker too. But I think you had enough to get through it, and you were right to keep continuing.
Well, and the reason I kept continuing is because, well, I got angry for one, and the second, the adamant is also there, and so now you're sitting at 2 either fetch quest items or incentive items sitting in Ice Cave, and where else am I going to go at that point? I guess I can start diving Volcano, but I have to go back anyways.
Yeah.
And so the Lit 2 images and the Sorcerers of Doom. And all of that fun stuff made it for a less than pleasant Ice Cave, but you know what? That's totally fine too. I enjoyed the seed, from top to bottom. So I'm looking forward to game 2.
Should be
yeah,
great.
there were some challenging spots, but nothing that was overly roadblocky.
No, neither of you had a tin cup moment where you were just over and over and over again trying something without getting any, having to go 5, 6, 7 attempts. And Tristal saying in chat, he avoided the sorcerers. Surprise, surprise. Hashtag Tristal again. So that is about all I've got. I don't know if anybody in chat has any questions for Maya or ArsonHorse before we call this a day.
I just wanted to tell both you guys, Maya and Arson, that was I know there has to be a winner and a loser, but if you ask me, you both win, because that race came down to the wire. It seemed like a lot of it came down to execution. You had me on the edge of my seat, so I think you both win.
I think the audience wins most.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Everybody who got to watch this match got a hell of a show, because you both did a damn good job. We tried to call it as effectively as possible, and you made it easy for us. So thank you for that. And I'm definitely looking forward to the second and possibly the third match between the two of you. So I'll go ahead and ask you, the audience, to give a follow to Maya, give a follow to ArsonHorse. If you feel like giving a follow to us, the commentators, Mr. Versetti, Will Bloodworth, feel free to do so. Tracker, Poogle. And we thank all of you. Thank Fiesel for giving us access to the Speed Gaming channel. Thanks to the community for being here and rooting on these runners. And I will let Mr. Versetti take us out.
Excellent race, gentlemen. That's going to be it for this evening. Cannot wait to see the next race.
GG to both of you, and we will see you next mission. Go Team Tyro.
Dear tier.